Welcome to Quito, Ecuador. Come and find out why the city went from this to an absolute foam war zone within a few hours. This is day 169 to 172 of going from the Arctic to the Antarctic without flying. Right after crossing the hectic Ecuadorian border, I hopped into a taxi going to the bus terminal, got foam sprayed at me on a drive-by. I didn't know why then, but this is a little bit of foreshadowing. The trip to the capital of Quito took about 5 hours by bus, and as I try to do in every major city that I'm not getting to dedicate too much time in, I went on a walking tour. We learned about and tried the Diablada dancing, learned about the history of the city, and also got our first look at how beautiful it is. It also felt like we saw an array of different musicians just about every block and everywhere we went. Just being here in person feels like a cultural experience. Everyone I met here in passing was super chill. The cable cars have panoramic views of the city, and the dishes like seco de chivo are top notch. However, there's only 3 things I'm gonna remember from going to Quito, which are foam, and did I mention foam? The streets were absolutely inundated with people selling these foam canisters, and even though I was taught not to retaliate, enough was enough. So I bought a couple huge canisters for $2, and I started spraying indiscriminately. But unbeknownst to me, man, some of these gifts got some fight in them, man. God damn, I had to run for my life. A lot of you might be asking why this is happening. I happen to be in Quito during carnaval, which are the celebratory days before Lent. Days where even the police will dish this out. But they also have to be willing to take it too. On the mornings leading up to the end, absolutely huge parades would flood the main streets, filled with traditional attire, festivities, different dances, music, and of course, foam beyond belief. I didn't plan to be here for this. I had no idea it was even happening in Ecuador. So I kind of just sat in awe for a couple hours before finally heading out. Thank you for following along, and as always, make sure to follow my journey.